right, we're here at West Bloomfield High School where we just completed the 9U championship game. Southfield Falcons were victorious over the Eastside Raiders in a good dogfight. I'm here with Coach Hodges and his MVP. Coach, thank you for taking the time to be here. You guys did a great job of playing a hard-fought game. Great season, way to persevere through a lot of adversity. But what you think was one of the key to you all not really coming out on top today?
To be honest, my staff kind of fell apart. The kids gave it their all. Okay. I'm gonna put this one on our whole entire staff. Okay. I feel like the kids, they fought, they gave it everything they could. But this one, definitely, the staff fell apart. Right. If we could have, worked together better and stayed focused on just battling and stop worrying about calls not being made and penalties and we know the rules. We just gotta do what we do. You gotta keep battling. You gotta keep playing. That type of energy feeds towards the kids. So if I was to say, that's why we fell short today.
Right. And you all had a little hard time getting the ball to your top player, number 2. Some difficulties trying to get him the ball? Or?
I'm not gonna say it was difficulties. It was play calling. Like he should have had more targets than one at the end of the game. We kind of went away from the game plan. I just don't understand why. Gotcha. So, I mean, sometimes it happens, but we're going to embrace this moment because it ain't the end of the road. We'll be back. Yes, we'll be back.
So who you got here with you? To introduce everybody to this MVP. We got the offensive MVP for the championship game. Tell us who we got.
This is my starting quarterback, Aiden.
Okay. Aiden, congratulations, man. MVP, man. The high school coaches and everyone that was all around here complimented on how well you were performing today. So I just want to tell you, great job, and hold your head high because you never know who's watching you, all right? And people like the way you carried yourself, not the way you played, but the way you carry yourself. So you live on camera right now. Make sure you let people know what your name is and what's your position.
My name is Aiden Coates. I started at quarterback and safety.
Okay. All right. And what you feel like was your best plays during the game today?
Well, when I picked my head up and started to play how I was supposed to play the whole game.
Okay.
Because when they scored, I put my head down, and that was just bad for my team.
Right.
And myself.
Right. And who you want to help? Who has helped you get to this point in your life? Any parents or coaches who you want to thank and recognize at this moment right now while we live?
I want to thank my dad.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Thank you, Dad.
He's been working with me since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. Coach, tell me a little bit about your son here and what makes him a special young man.
First of all, he's a great student. Okay. He gets good grades. Some parents force their kids, but this is something that he naturally loves. Like, when the season is over, I literally have to make him take a break and try to find another sport. Wow. Like this year, we're going to get back into a little basketball.
Gotcha.
I want him to weigh his options. Football, not everything, but this kid, he hard-headed when because he loves it, He loves it. So if he love it, I love it.
Right. Anybody in your organization you want to thank for this year, man? Just shout out people.
I want to thank Will for giving me my first opportunity to become head coach.
Gotcha.
Seti, Rita, one of the best presidents. I love the Raiders, and we did a great job this season. And we'll be back next season stronger than ever. Right. We just keep building and keep pushing, moving forward, and it's not the end of the road for us. We'll be back.
Hey, anybody you want to shout out, say thank you to before we sign off? Okay.
You want to shout your mama?
Great.
Wait, yeah. My mama, my team mom.
Talk to the camera.
My mama, my team mom, that gives me water.
Okay. Thank you, Mom, for the water. He love you. All right. Good job. Thanks a lot. All right. We're here at West Bloomfield High School, site of the 2022 Sound Mind, Sound Body 9U championship game where the Southfield Falcons were victorious over the Eastside Raiders. And I have the MVPs from the game and no one else but the great Coach D. Mack, Derek McBride. Coach, thank you for being here. Post-game recap of the championship performance. What do you think was one of the keys to you all coming out on top in that game right there, Coach?
Defense.
Defense?
Yeah. Our offense, it took a while for us. I think our offense didn't score until until the second half when we got the ball, and it wasn't even our starting offense. It was the NPR offense I put out there just to get kids some plays.
Wow.
And they went out there, and CJ was on the NPR offense, and they bust up and scored. And that seemed like it got the actual offense rolling. Gotcha. But defense held us in the game for the longest. It was 7-0 going into that half. That touchdown was first play of the game on a kick return.
I saw that, and that's what I was thinking. I was like, man, this is a little bit closer than what I thought when I got to the halftime, and I looked up. I said, okay, this game is not a high scoring game. And then I kind of, like you say, broke it open a little bit in the second half. In the third quarter, fourth quarter, we opened it up a little bit. Who you attribute a lot of your success to on the team, man? I know you the head coach, but talk about some of the other key people that help, behind the scenes.
Man, as all my coaches know, and if you ever seen any of my Facebook posts, man, I don't give myself no credit. I got the greatest staff. I just manage them. I don't do anything. The whole pregame over there, I didn't come over until after they checked in to run over defense. So they was here for 2 hours, and I spent 10 minutes with them on pregame. On the sideline, I call the defensive plays, and most of the time I don't call them. My middle linebackers and my assistant defensive coach call them. I do almost nothing. Wow. I contributed these wins to my staff. I don't take none of these trophies home. They all go to the staff. So, man, I don't have a ring. It wasn't enough.
Gotcha.
It goes to the staff. These wins mean nothing to me. They mean everything to the kids and the coaches.
I'm glad you're sharing that with us, because a lot of people don't know exactly what goes on behind the scenes with teams. But let's talk about the superstars you got with it. Who we got the MVP of the game. Tell us who they are and what they did.
MVP over here is CJ Brown, formerly CJ Brown, CJ Wilson now, right? CJ Wilson now.
Superstar?
That's
show everybody your blade. Oh my gosh, boy!
The greatest part about him and him getting that award, I didn't pick that award. I know who picked it. Right. It wasn't me. He was a Raider last year. He was their MVP.
Wow.
Yeah, his dad and somebody hit me up. We had a conversation. Brought CJ over. He's been a great asset. He can run, throw, catch, play defense. He's great, man. I love him.
And who else we got?
And over here we got Kyer Law. Kyer Law, he got defensive player. This is our starting safety, and he always do his job. He gave up one play. One play is a touchdown. This is his first year with us as well. Right. Everybody think Coach Matt got favorites, and he played these kids that's been with him for 4 or 5 years. These is 2 new kids that came, and he earned so much. He took someone's spot.
Wow. I want to hear from the superstars, man. We heard from the coach. Now let's hear from the superstars. Tell us your name and what was your favorite play of the game. And speak up loud so everybody can hear you. Say your name first and last name.
My name Kyer, and
last name
Law. And the play I thought was so good that I did is when I had hit that ball over there, and I had a boom tackle. It was great.
Okay, all right. CJ, what's up? Tell them, former Eastside Raider, what was your best play of the game?
My name is Christopher Brown, and my favorite play of the game was when I was at quarterback and I took the snap and scored.
Okay. Now, you used to be with the Eastside Raiders, so I know this is a little personal for you. How did it feel to play the Raiders, and you used to be a Raider?
It feels great to play my old team.
Okay, it feels good to play your old team. All right, now listen. Who you want to say thank you to for helping you get to this point in your life? Mom, dad, coaches. You can say as many people as you want to.
I'm going to support my dad because he brought my equipment.
And my dad brought the equipment. Okay.
He brought me like 4 mouthpieces.
4 mouthpieces, okay.
Yes, and then I support my mama because she brought me to practice that one day. And and then I thank my family for donating me money so when we go out of town.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. It sounds like a very humble and grateful young man. What about you, CJ? Who you want to say thank you to?
I want to say thank you to my dad for buying me all this football equipment and bringing me to this team so I can go to the championship.
Right. Now, one more thing. What about coaches? Any coaches y'all want to thank?
Showing Coach Mack.
Coach Mack? What about you, CJ?
All the coaches.
All the coaches. That's what I'm talking about. So what's next for Southfield now? You all won the city championship. What's the next? Let the people know where you all headed and what's the goals for your team.
We heading down to regionals in Indianapolis in 2 weeks to go defend our Midwest Regional Championship. We the returning champs. Go down there and hopefully we win those games we need to win, and then to Florida we go in December.
Right. And tell me how big this is for the city just to be able to play these games in West Bloomfield. I know you all travel all over the place. I know you're busy keeping people updated on Facebook. But talk about the magnitude of just being able to play in our backyard and give these kids and these families an opportunity to see them play, because typically you wouldn't see this many people in West Bloomfield, which is right down the street from Southfield.
Yes, we got this many people in West Bloomfield, and it's peace. We haven't had any issues.
Right.
This is something we have been trying to pride this league on is peace, having fun, let the kids be kids.
Right.
And you know, we got all these people out in West Bloomfield, everybody behaving. I don't even think I've seen a cop here all day. If it is a cop here, he's sitting in his car somewhere and he not being a cop. And we out in West Bloomfield. I'm grateful to West Bloomfield from opening up the field when so many DPS schools towards the end of the year, they just didn't want us there. West Bloomfield and Dearborn Forson as well opened up the doors, gave us all facilities and everything. Man, this is great.
Right. Well, hey, I just want to say thank you all for your support in this endeavor for the whole league. And you are also a member of the competition committee, so you help look out for other teams. I know a lot of people don't know that, but you know, Coach McBride is also part of the inner circle of the league, just helping to make suggestions so that we all can have everything that we need. And it's advocacy, you know, advocating on behalf of everyone and sharing information and not trying to hoard it and make so that it's something that's privatized for just the Southfield Falcons. And I want to make sure that everybody knows that, because a lot of times there's a misconception or two that it's us against each other, but we're all in this for each other. And I'm really happy to see that. And that's one of the pleasant surprises that I've had within this whole experience as president, is that we've worked together more so than I ever imagined. And then so I think we want to keep that up. And I want to just let you know I appreciate you for that.
Ain't no problem,
right.
Blackwell. Hey, somebody versus Pound next week, baby. We on that.
All right. Thank you. We signing off here at West Bloomfield. We got a good game going on behind us.